Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, January 9th, 2017. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the actual constellations in the sky, known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, everyone, so we are coming off of a weekend, which I think was transformational. And I say that because we had the Sun over Pluto, was it Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday? We had Mercury go direct, a lot of this shifting kind of energy. So I think this week is certainly about integration, and I think today is certainly about integrating a lot of these new energies. In Sagittarius, probably having to do with the bigger picture of things. Maybe accessing a bit of that inspiration. Maybe a bit of that, top-down perspective, the open-mindedness about life. And maybe a bit of that adventurous spirit. So whatever shifted, I think today is really good for integrating that. And that's particularly the case because Mercury, who went direct on Sunday, that energy is moving forward. In fact, all the planets are now direct and will be up and through about February 6th, once Jupiter goes retrograde. So this does happen about once a year. All these planets direct, it does symbolize a time of moving things forward. And particularly with Mercury, and the shift from these past few days, if you're feeling like there's some new ideas, maybe some things you've been redoing or reworking these past few weeks, now starting to make some sense, really good to implement that. Now, of course, Mercury will be in a shadow through January, through the bulk of January. So still being flexible, still being adaptive with all this, but yeah, moving this stuff forward, these ideas, maybe the routine, whatever it is that's been sort of rehashed during the retrograde, maybe just what you've learned these past few weeks. All right, so a lot of forward-moving energy. We are in the gibbous phase here today, or at least approaching it as we do approach a full moon on Thursday. So today is an illuminating day. I think there's awareness, there's a bit of momentum and support. Generally speaking, usually the emotional body and the expressive body, the inner and outer self, are in harmony during the gibbous phase. But we do have some clashing going on emotionally, which I will talk about. But there's more awareness, there's some momentum. Now, in terms of the moon in Taurus, where she's exalted, actually, in very good placement, I think it's very good to connect to Earth today. Earth and everything she provides, right? So it could be quite literally maybe connecting to nature. But in modern times, it could be, connecting to the resources we have in life, to the luxurious life or the sensual life. All right, good meal, hot bath, relaxation, being grateful for what we have, being aware of what we have in life. Can be really good to center the emotions and find that balance there. So let's go ahead and talk about these aspects. Basically, what you're seeing here is a T-square with the moon. Just one major aspect you could say with the moon. It's a T-square. And it's involving all these planets that have been going over the south node in Aquarius. Venus, Mars, and Neptune. So there can be perhaps more of an internal sort of clash. The moon's more of our feelings and emotions. It may or may not reflect in the external environment. So it could be feeling maybe a bit of a clash with relationship or a relationship or something, or just a bit of clash with relating with others, right, with a square to Venus. So being aware of that. And square to Mars, maybe a bit of clash with our personal needs. Feeling like we want to get something done, or we're trying to implement something, but things are just a bit clunky. All right, they're just taking a bit of patience or something like that. So patience could be really good today. And of course, Neptune, kind of tying this whole thing together, has been signifying that with Neptune over the south node in particular, there are some unhealthy or some past patterns that are being released. Maybe about Neptune, maybe about, the hiding away or wanting to escape or dissolve or whatever that is. So if you're feeling any extreme towards projection, right, projecting illusory, the imagination onto reality, or feeling like you're wanting to hide away or something like that, being aware of that too. So I say awareness because essentially what happens during squares and these uncomfortable energies is we collectively we tend to go to an extreme. So it could be an extreme of those personal needs, extreme of the interpersonal stuff, or with the Neptune receptive energy. All right, so we want to center this and balance that. And that's why I talk so much about centeredness and balance. So with the extra attention on relationships, extra attention on the self, and on the spiritual body, I think it's very good to work with this energy here today. It can be very good for relationships when we're bringing that extra attention there. It can be constructive, right? Working with others, finding the give and take, cooperation, very, very good there. With Mars, maybe willing ourselves to get things done in healthy ways. Again, with a bit of patience, taking it nice and slow. And with Neptune, maybe challenging ourselves with spiritual activities here today. All right, how we can meditate, maybe, pray, anything else that helps connect us to our centeredness, to God, to life, to the universe, however you see that personally. All right, so that's the square. And again, this is in Aquarius, which has essentially been, with all these planets over the South Node, there's been past patterns about self, about individuality, about freedom, and even the world at large, the community, the global community. There's been some past perspectives that are being released, and they still very much are. I think we've already done the bulk of it with Venus over the South Node, but they're still all very close. And this is all in relation to the fact that 2017, as was much of 2016, it's been very much about self-expression. For each of us to find that inner spark, find out what we're passionate about, what we enjoy, and express ourselves. Cultivate the things in life that are close to our heart. All right, so very good there. I think that's a great way of working with the energy because, again, it's a T-square to the nodes, and the North Node is that conscious energy. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Definitely forward moving. All the planets direct. Mercury still gaining a bit of momentum, so slowly but surely implementing a bit of the ideas, the routine, the daily stuff. Still great to have that bigger perspective. Sagittarius, you know, top down, purposefulness, the life path, that spark for life. And as we approach the full moon on Thursday with this awareness, I think today connecting to Earth and everything she provides and gratitude. All right, this more sensual side to life and connected side to life when it has to do with taking things nice and slow and steady. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Hope you guys have an awesome day. I do want to say that I have started to read a lot of your guys' feedback from the survey. I'm actually very surprised, very grateful actually that some of you took the time to do this. So what I'm probably going to do is around Tuesday, Wednesday is put out a video to show you all exactly what you all said generally, you know, with the questionnaire and then with your guys' particular recommendations. There's been a lot of consistent feedback, so probably lump everything into categories so you can see what you all are saying and what to expect in 2017. The biggest thing was consistency, right? Continue doing what we're already doing here with this channel. So that's going to be the number one goal. But there is a lot of things we can add to the channel that I think are very positive moving forward. All right, so hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you again, and I'll see you all tomorrow.